Millions of years ago, two highly advanced alien starfaring civilizations, those of the SIVVS and the Kishali, were locked in a vicious war. The conflict ranged across multiple distant star systems for centuries, killing millions and consuming an incredible amount of resources on both sides. Both species were teetering on the edge of economic and societal collapse, but neither side could manage to get the upper hand to decisively end this cycle of destruction in their favor. The SIVVS developed a superweapon of almost unimaginable power called the Stellar Degenerator. The Kishali learned of the Doomsday device, however, and defeated the SIVVS before they could use the superweapon against them. The Kishali hid the Stellar Degenerator inside a hastily constructed demiplane and built a vast megastructure called the Gate of 12 Suns that was required to access the demiplane and control the superweapon inside. Eventually, the Kishali civilization fell, as all civilizations eventually do, and the Stellar Degenerator, the Gate of 12 Suns, and the secrets of their operation were forgotten. After millions of years, the Stellar Degenerator has finally resurfaced. More than 200 years ago, a slice of the Stellar Degenerator's hidden demiplane was dragged into the drift, bringing a portion of the ancient SIVV superweapon with it. Since then, this fragment of the Stellar Degenerator, which looks like nothing more than an unremarkable asteroid, has floated undisturbed through the drift. Until now. A few weeks ago, the prospecting ship Acreon, owned by a scrappy clan of asteroid miners called the Hardscrabble Collective, discovered an asteroid floating in the drift while traveling to Absalom Station from near space. Always looking for the next claim, the miners captured the asteroid and towed it behind their ship, but when the Acreon arrived at Absalom Station, its crew had disappeared, leaving the ship deserted. Station security immediately quarantined the ship and the mysterious asteroid at a safe distance from the station, pending further inquiry. Two groups have stated a vested interest in the Acreon and the asteroid. One is the Hardscrabble Collective, which owns the ship and claims mineral rights to the asteroid. The other is Astral Extractions, a large mining company that hired the Hardscrabble Collective and the Acreon to explore potential sites for future exploitation. Both groups claim the sole right to investigate the disappearance of the Acron's crew and determine the fate of both the ship and the asteroid. On Absalom Station, rumors and conjecture abound regarding the disappearance of the Acron's crew and the origin and nature of the enigmatic asteroid, which people are now calling the Drift Rock. Astral Extractions and the Hardscrabble Collective have been unable to come to terms with each other regarding the disposition of the Acreon and its cargo, and while they wait for arbitration, both groups have begun gathering supporters from among Absalom Station's street gangs. The dispute has been simmering just below the surface, but it's about to explode into open clashes in the halls of Absalom Station, a conflict that will soon include the Starfinder Society as well. Two other factions are interested in the Acreon and the Drift Rock, though less publicly. The first is the Exiled Corpse Fleet of EX, which wants to recover secret cargo it placed on the ship. The second is the Cult of Devourer, which enters the scene when news spreads of the fate of the Acron's crew. As the campaign begins, neither of these two groups is aware of the Stellar Degenerator, but once they learn of the superweapon's existence, the factions will stop at nothing to acquire the Doomsday device for their own purposes, which would have dire consequences for the safety and security of the Packed Worlds.